This is a video review of Action Car Rental. I've rented from Action Car Rental on 3 different occasions. Each time I've rented, it's been a problem. The first time I rented a vehicle, they tell me the paperwork was lost, that their computer crashed, they have no information. I had some paperwork available that I had printed out with a confirmation number. So they took that and they managed to provide me a vehicle and basically told me I was lucky they had a vehicle and sent me on my way. No apology, it felt as though that's the way they do business and they sent me out the door. The second occasion, I had reserved a Hyundai Genesis. I show up to pick up the vehicle. They tell me that they don't have a Hyundai Genesis. They end up giving me a Nissan Altima. It was a 13-day rental. They discounted the rate by $20 for the 13 days, but they obviously downgraded the car from a Hyundai Genesis down to a Nissan Altima. That was a pretty significant downgrade, and for a $20 discount seemed pretty pathetic. Very little apology, no effort to make it right. Just, this is what we have, this is what we're going to do, take it or leave it. So I took it and moved on. The final time we rented was just this April 2013. We go to Florida every April, and each April we've rented a car. This is the third and final time I'm going to rent from Action. We reserved a minivan. We show up at the airport at noon. We call to be picked up by their shuttle. We wait at their shuttle stop. There's a couple that's been there already 15 minutes. About a half hour into it, we give Action a call and say, where's the shuttle? And they assure us that it's on the way. More time goes by, we call again, no minivan or no shuttle. The other couple had left, they gave up, went to a competitor, probably did the right thing. They finally show up about 50 minutes after leaving us standing on a curb and bring us to their office. So it's an hour later that we finally show up at their office. Kids are hungry, they're tired, cranky, they go over to McDonald's. Kids come back from McDonald's. Another half hour, 40 minutes have passed. I have yet to be seen by anybody, but I realize something is wrong. The office is full of people, they're waiting impatiently, some upset, some not. I finally get called up to the counter. It's about 1:45, so I arrived at the airport at noon. It's 1:45. I'm finally being seen by somebody. The woman's name is Evelyn. She informs me they have no minivan. My wife's ready to go ballistic, and I don't blame her. I'm annoyed that they keep me standing on a curb at the airport while they try to sort out their overbooked situation. The fact that they did that is just ridiculous. How stupid do they think I am, or the customers are? And to do that is just ridiculous. Just tell me what's going on and give me an option to go somewhere else. In any event, it's an hour and 45 minutes later. I am standing there and told they have no minivan. In fact, they have no car. So she fills out some paperwork and just kind of stalling some more, and a couple minutes later go by. Apparently, as they're waiting for their customer returns, miraculously one shows up, and I got it. I don't know why. I feel bad for the other people who didn't get one. It was a Mitsubishi Galant, woefully inadequate for my needs, but clearly given the situation, that's all they had, and I wasn't going to wait around to see something else come in. I took what they had and moved on. I was told by Evelyn that once they got a minivan in, if she had to, she would drive it herself down to Port St. Lucie. 2 days later, I called back for 2 reasons. One, to see if they've got a minivan. The second is my license is missing. I don't know where it is, so I called to see if they have it. They do have it. I informed them, I asked them about a minivan. They said one isn't coming or they don't have one. I told them I'm going to be back in Orlando on the 2nd to finish out the balance of our vacation in Orlando. I'd like to switch out the vehicle. They didn't have one at that point in time. So we show up on the 2nd after 2 phone calls in the morning to find out if they have a minivan, with no answer from anybody regarding a minivan or confirmation. So anyways, we got to go there anyways to get my license. I show up, walk in the door, nobody says hello, nothing. I'm just standing there for several minutes before somebody looks up at their computer and says, "Can we help you?" So I go over to the gentleman and tell him who I am, and I'm there to get my license. They get my license. The woman, Evelyn, is right there next to him. No apology about the license. No apology about making the situation right. She didn't even barely acknowledge my presence. She seemed to be annoyed that I was even there. The gentleman told me they didn't have any other vehicle or didn't have a minivan, got my license, and moved on. I returned the vehicle back at the end of the vacation and went home. I felt compelled to post this video given the experience, because there's not a lot out there about these guys, and this is apparently pretty common with them. So hope this video helps. Feel free to leave some feedback.